Nice. Did you get to see the helicopters?
Yeah, super cool.
Good seeing you. Covered up pretty good. I don't see a lot of window here. How do you like this location? Pretty good.
Nice. It's great.
This MAGA party is so complicit in Donald Trump's corruption, there's not even a need to speculate about the smoke-filled rooms full of rich elites profiting off of our backs. It's openly posted by the biggest fraudsters and criminals that Trump surrounded himself with on Thursday night. The man receiving a gold watch at the elitist ceremony for the highest bidder is Justin's son. And he originally posted it with the same level of cheesy music that I had to replace, just in case copyright strikes came knocking. Here's a little bit more about him, though.
This is last night at a Trump crypto dinner. That's Justin's son right there. Justin's son is a Chinese national investigated by the SEC for fraud until he bought $75 million in Trump's crypto coin. Trump gave him a gold watch last night at the crypto dinner.
It's blatant corruption. And the only way to deny it is to ignore the facts. After weeks of industry speculation, Sun confirmed in a social media post Tuesday that he's the largest holder of the president's Trump meme coin. His some $23 million stash catapults him into the exclusive circle of 25 investors who were invited to a private VIP reception with Trump on Thursday. Until Trump's election win, the 34-year-old entrepreneur was in the sights of U.S. authorities and was persona non grata in much of the U.S. crypto industry. His company Tron, which operates a blockchain network with the same name, has been a popular channel for crypto's criminal fraternity to move funds. The U.S. Treasury Department's Financial Crimes Enforcement Network wrote in a private 2023 report that Tron was growing in popularity among illicit actors. By last year, more than half of all illegal crypto activity, some $26 billion, took place on the network. And in order for all of this potential consequences to go away, all he had to do was give Trump tens of millions of dollars. Sun faced charges from the Securities and Exchange Commission, which in 2023 accused him of fraudulently manipulating the market for Tron's TRX token. The SEC asked a court in February to pause its lawsuit. The SEC's decision to pause its suit against Sun and Tron surprised several agency staffers who were highly confident in winning the case. Sun, who has called the SEC lawsuit meritless, tweeted a handshake emoji in response to the news. No more posting this stuff and asking MAGA supporters, imagine if Joe Biden did this or Barack Obama did this. Because just like trying to convince proud fascists that they're fascist, it's a useless exercise to notify corrupt people that they're corrupt. They already know it. That's why they're doing corrupt shit. People like the soulless Marco Rubio are just here to keep us arguing about the reality that's right in front of our faces.
Let me ask you about the dinner that's happening this Thursday night. The president has offered access to him to the 200 top purchasers of his meme coin. Reports are that maybe about half or more of those individuals who will be meeting with him, many in a VIP reception, are foreigners. Do you have a list of those foreign individuals who will be meeting with the president?
I don't. I don't know anything about. I didn't even know there was a dinner on Thursday night, so I'm not sure what you're referring to.
So you don't know whether any of the foreign individuals who are going to be meeting with the president this Thursday night, for instance, are on our list of sanctioned individuals, or whether any of those individuals have connections to, let's say, terrorist organizations abroad?
Well, I think if they had terrorist links, the Department of Homeland Security probably would not have allowed them into the country. But I don't even know there is a dinner on Thursday. You're asking me about something I don't know about.
Well, but listen, this is a dinner that the president is having. It is likely going to involve some very significant foreign interests. You have to be pretty wealthy in order to be able to get inside this dinner. Isn't that a relevant question for the Secretary of State?
Yeah, I'm not the social
Which foreign
secretary,
interests are going to be speaking to the president? I mean, it's kind of naive to believe that they aren't going to be in that room talking about national security matters.
Well, I don't think that that's the case at all, because I would be aware if it was the case. The truth of the matter is I interact with government officials and others in governments of other countries. That's what I don't say. You're asking me about a dinner I don't know anything about. I can't answer you because I don't know anything about this dinner. It's the first I heard of it. Like I said, I don't keep the president's social schedule.
Marco doesn't care that in America, where corruption and fascism hasn't become normalized, it'd be career suicide to flatly claim that he knew nothing about groups of foreign nationals coming to the country to meet with the president behind closed doors with the sole purpose of paying him for access and influence. You know, the sliver of integrity that he faked having during his failed presidential runs is in the president's back pocket now, where Rubio gets an opportunity to glance at it every time he dips in to kiss his ass.
Given your interest in crypto and financial markets, can you speak to just the dinner last night? And maybe that's a red herring, it's sort of an irrelevancy, but there are folks out there reading these headlines about this big dinner and saying, what's going on here?
Well, I've said on the record, the Trump family activity in the meme coin space makes my work in Congress more complicated. I've said that. But here's the good news. I'm in New York today for the Solana Foundation conference about the future of Web3 and the future of how we're going to use blockchain to transform our economy in a number of ways. So I view the dinner last night as, whatever. That's, to me, a distraction from the work I think we need to do for the major big picture macro policy.
Corruption and selling the country to secret oligarchs is a distraction now to Republicans in Congress that have openly admitted that they're just simply afraid of confronting Trump on literally anything he does. And excuses from his spokesperson fly in the face of reality.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Caroline. The president posted another ad this week for his Trump meme coin. The group that's running that coin is encouraging people to buy in order to win a dinner this month with the president. Why is the president planning to attend a dinner for the top investors in his coin?
Look, the president is abiding by all conflict of interest laws. The president has been incredibly transparent with his own personal financial obligations throughout the years. The president is a successful businessman, and I think, frankly, it's one of the many reasons that people reelected him back to this office.
There are at least some people who are buying this coin who seem to view it as an opportunity to influence the president's views. There was a logistics company this week that said they would buy $20 million in the coin in order to advocate for free trade between the U.S. and Mexico. If buyers are buying for that reason, are they wasting their money?
Look, I can assure you the president acts with only the interests of the American public in mind, putting our country first and doing what's best for our country, full stop. That's his intention, and that's what he's focused on.
None of that is true, and none of it makes any sense. Caroline Leavitt's literal answer was, come on, believe me, Donald Trump only cares about the American people. Despite reality showing us the complete opposite.
On the president's dinner tonight, will the White House commit to making a list of the attendees public so people can see who's paying for that kind of access to the president?
Well, as you know, Garrett, this question has been raised with the president. I have also addressed the dinner tonight. The president is attending it in his personal time. It is not a White House dinner. It's not taking place here at the White House. But certainly I can raise that question and try to get you an answer for it.
In other words, no, you can't have the list. The president gets to have secret dinners with rich elites that openly talked about their purpose in coming. But she doesn't even want you to believe their words. Several of the dinner guests, in interviews with the New York Times, said that they attended the event with the explicit intent of influencing Mr. Trump and U.S. financial regulations. Does MAGA think foreign oligarchs' intent or influencing our financial regulations somehow helps them? Because here's more. The past administration made your lives miserable, Trump told the dinner guests, referring to the Biden administration's enforcement actions against crypto companies. The gala attendees made whooping noises while he spoke and applauded as the president declared they were going after everybody. It was a disgrace, frankly. He then promised to change that approach. There's a lot of sense in crypto, a lot of common sense in crypto, and we're honored to be working on helping everybody here. America first, right? And all we got are a few progressive voices in Congress willing to speak out. But at some point, the efforts have to focus on removing him from office because it's incredibly clear that he literally doesn't care about the Constitution, our legal system, or the people of this country.
Tonight, Donald Trump will have a secret dinner and meeting with the 200 individuals who have spent the most money buying up his meme coin. Donald Trump's meme coin has no value in and of itself. Its only value is based upon how much demand exists for the meme coin. He creates demand by essentially opening a channel for bribery. If you buy his coin, the price goes up and he makes more money. If you buy his coin, you get secret access to the president to be able to plead your case, to be able to ask for preferential treatment. And the extra benefit is no one will ever know that you bought the coin or that you got the private access. And so it provides cover for the most corrupt, for the most compromised, for the worst of the worst to channel money to Donald Trump in order to get their private audience with him, in order to plead their case for favorable treatment from the federal government or for investment from the U.S. taxpayer.